everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be taking a look and using the new Miss Dior palette, which already has a bunch of fingerprints all over it. If you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. So yes, I should have wiped off the fingerprints. I actually did wipe off the fingerprints and they're back on here anyway. So this is the Miss Dior palette and it comes in this silver metal case. The back of it has the houndstooth design that we saw on the New Look collection by Dior. And let me show you the box that it comes in. So this is the box from Dior. It's like a nice pink lavender kind of combination. And then it slides out like this. And then you have the palette that comes in there. Now with it comes a little, I forget what these are called, but you know, a little pouch that you always see with your like quads and quints eyeshadows. And I tend to throw these away, I will admit. But it is cute. It does keep the metal case looking nice, although as you saw, I put fingerprints all over it. It has a chain that goes with it, so you can literally hold it around your wrist. I'm not sure who's gonna do that, but you can. And there's a little CD, Christian Dior, on the side that the chain is attached to. And when you open it up, make sure you have the Dior side up, you get the inside of the palette. And I'll go through what all the items are, but there's the plastic covering that has the brush in it. When you take the plastic out, the brush will pop out with that. So that's how it looks. I'm holding it because the nail polish is separate and it will just fall right out of the case. We want to be careful. All right, well, let's take the nail polish out first. It's a tiny little nail polish, but it's adorable. And it's silver and has, it looks like multicolors in it. It doesn't look like it's just silver. When I first looked at it, I thought it was just silver, but it definitely has like different shades in it. And it says it's a top coat. So I think it's just like a sparkly top coat. It's got like pink and blue. It's just really, really pretty. I'll make sure that I put this on and so you can see it. It's a really pretty top coat. Maybe I put on like, I don't know, the new Chanel color or silver color or something and put that on top of it. But anyway, all right, so we've got in here blush, we've got lipstick, and we have eyeshadows. And now I don't know if the names are in here. Let's look at the back of the, yes, okay. So the eyeshadows, we have, it says 3 eyeshadows. Does it not say the shades? It says the very essence of the new look, Miss Dior has embodied the spirit of the house since 1947. The legendary houndstooth motif was first used by Dior on its bottles. Today, Peter Phillips has reinterpreted the iconic style and celebrates this elegant, sophisticated, and confident femininity in the new Miss Dior palette. So that's the houndstooth that you see in the New Look collection that I did a video on. So the lipstick is a floral lip care longwear lipstick. Does it have, okay, it does. 663 Desire. Well, I'm not actually sure how that's pronounced. DESIR, and it's a satin. And then the blush is 250 Bal, B-A-L. I don't think I have that. I don't know. I don't know if that's an existing shade or not. I'm gonna have to look that up. If it is, I'll put it down below. The same with the 663 satin. I'm just trying to see if there's something that says the shades of the eyeshadows. I don't see names. If I can find names for the eyeshadows, I will let you know, or for the nail polish. Yeah, I don't see it on here with names, but it doesn't mean there aren't some. But the lipstick and the blush are the 2 that I see a name on. It's also possible that I'm just blind and it's been a long day and I can't see. This is a limited edition palette. It has 6 months shelf life, like everything Dior has a 6 month shelf life. I'm gonna say it, I've kept everything longer than 6 months that I've ever had from Dior. I've never had a problem. Not giving you advice not to keep things longer than they're supposed to. Just putting that out there that I've kept things and it's been fine. So let's dig into the palette and I'll do all the swatches and everything, but I want to tell you what I have on my face right now. I have the Dior Forever. This is the reformulated matte foundation. A lot of you have asked me what I think about it. I did my initial first impressions and absolutely loved it. I'm still loving it. I actually picked up a bottle of it. The first impressions was with a sample. I think the foundation looks excellent on my skin. Two things to tell you. One, I use a sponge when I use this foundation. I have sensitive skin and rosacea and older skin and dry skin. And for me, a matte foundation works better with a sponge because it takes off the excess. I cannot wear a lot of a matte foundation, any matte foundation, this one or the Chanel one, which are actually the only two mattes that I use because I generally don't like matte foundation. So I use a sponge. I use a moist sponge because that works best for my type of skin. If you have oilier skin, if you have normal skin, you know, you're gonna have a different experience with a matte formula. But for me, sponge is it for matte formulations. Also, the moisturizer that I use under this, I just wanna make it clear, anytime I use a matte foundation, again, there's only two, this one and Chanel, I use the Sicily Black Rose Skin Infusion Cream. This is what I use as the moisturizer I put on before I put on a matte foundation. The reason I use this one is this cream is kind of like a plumping cream almost, and it feels like water. It's the, I'm about to say it's the weirdest moisturizer. That's not a nice way to say it. It's an odd feeling moisturizer because when I put it on my skin, it almost becomes like watery, almost like a serum. I can't really explain it, but it sinks into the skin immediately, but it makes everything just look a little bit plump. And so I always use that under a fuller coverage foundation. The matte foundations, like I said, I only use this one and the Chanel one, but I do have some foundations that are more full coverage and they're not really moisturizing. And those foundations, I always use that with too. So just, you know, want to let you know, if you're having issues with any matte foundation because you have drier skin, I would certainly try that because it works, so far it works with every foundation I've ever tried. Even foundations that I ended up not really liking because they were too matte, they always look better with that underneath it. So just a tip. All right, so let's swatch. Let's see. So the lipstick and the blush. Now the blush is, what did I say? 250 Bal, B-A-L. And you know, I've taken this, like I've literally taken this off like 15 times and I still have swatches on my arms. What was that of? I don't even remember. All right, let's try this. It's, yeah, I don't know guys, there's like something on my arm that I cannot get off. All right, so that's 250 Bal, B-A-L. It's a light pink, has some sparkle to it. We'll see how much glitter it looks like actually on the face. You know, there's been some Dior blushes that have been way too sparkly. I'm just like, ugh. Okay, so that, I took the nail polish out. So that's the 250 Bal blush. These are the eyeshadows, and that's the lip. There is not a separate cover on the lip, and it is a cream. So I know you guys will ask, because some folks have mentioned they like when there's like a cover on the cream products. There isn't. So the powder is the blush and the eyeshadows, and the lip is like a creamy. It's a satin, but it's not powder. It doesn't have a cover. So let's do the eyeshadows. I'm ruining the very pretty embossing, but I'm gonna have to ruin the pretty embossing to put this on my eye. And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I mostly bought this because I just thought it was adorable. I'm gonna be honest. I just think it's just so freaking cute, so I had to have it. But the shades are definitely pinky, which is not a surprise. Miss Dior, if you're not familiar with the Miss Dior perfume, it's a feminine, I shouldn't say feminine, it's a floral, light, springy. It always brings to mind that kind of thing. I'm like, when I think of Miss Dior, I do think of pink, especially since it looks pink in the bottle it's in. So those are the eyeshadow shades. Very pretty, but you know, not necessarily my go-to. And then the lip, I'm gonna use my finger, but I'll use a lip brush when I put it on my lips. Ooh, that I like. That's very pretty. Okay, and that's the lip. So yeah, it's a very spring, very pink, very light look. Also, I want to mention that somebody asked me if this came out, if this whole piece came out, and it does. Whoop. And so you just have the Miss Dior, and it's mirrored. This is all mirrored, so I'm trying to like not blind you, but it says Miss Dior on it, and so it's completely open. So you could use this as a wristlet, because it's completely open. The thing is though, there's not a lock on it, like there's not a close, you know, here. So, I mean, that would make me nervous, but anyway. So yeah, it completely opens up. You can take out the makeup, goes right back in. Doing it one-handed. There we go, goes right back in. So in case that was your question, somebody asked me, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but yes, it comes all the way out, all the way back in. All right, so let's take the blush and put it on the cheek. I'm loving the Rose Dental blush, the new blush by Dior. Absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Oh, this is very pretty. Okay. It's a light pink, a little bit like the Rose Dental. I'll have to pull that out. Let's see, we can take a look at it and see what the difference is. Yeah, it's not nearly as glittery as I thought it was going to be, because the glitter came out on my hand. There's a little bit, but not a lot. Let me pull out the Rose Dental and we can take a look at the two. There's definitely luminescence there though, I do like that. All right, let's take a look at the Rose Dental versus this 250 ball. That's Rose Dental. I swatched it 3 times to get that. This one looks peachier to me. Like it's like a brighter pink, almost like Barbie-ish, but it looks really nice on the face. So here's Ball. This is the one that's in the palette, 250. And here's Rose Dental, which is number 352. Yeah, the Rose Dental has more, what's the word I'm looking for? It has more like mocha. That's what it is. It's more like a mocha. This is more of a bright pink. Both pretty though. This looks nice on the cheek. Like it's a lighter shade, definitely. You know, it's a bright pink. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit. I completely destroyed the Miss Dior. Oh yeah, you can build that up. I mean, it's still a light shade, but it has more pigment than you first. It kind of reminds me of the Backstage, that 001 bright pink. This one's not as bright, but it's in that range. All right, let's do a quick eye look. Oh, and by the way, one thing I got, I don't think I got it with this. I think I got it with one of my other Dior orders, was this cute little compact. It says Dior on the front, it's pink, obviously. And it says lip glow, it's got a little mirror, and it's got a light. So you can literally, it's got literally like lights in it, so you can carry it around and do your makeup, which I absolutely love. The top part is a regular mirror and the bottom is a magnifying mirror. So I'm gonna take this on my trip that's coming up, because this is a great way to, you know, put your makeup on when you don't have a lot of light in a room. A lot of times when you're staying in a hotel, they don't, you know, even if it's a really nice hotel, the lighting is not always great. All right, so let's take the deep purple shade and use that kind of as a transition. Yeah, I gotta tell you, when I used to travel all the time before last year, there were so many hotels where I'd be like trying to stand next to a door, you know, trying to get any kind of light that I possibly could to put my makeup on. And you know, oftentimes when I was going to these meetings, it was super early in the morning, so there wasn't always a, you know, like natural light, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to get ready to go to a meeting. So yeah, my makeup, there were days that my makeup was not its best because I could not see what I was putting on in the bathroom. I'm like, I have no light, you know, because it's hard to tell sometimes if you don't have good lighting. And then you go outside and you're like, Wow, I misjudged what I was trying to do there. That's a beautiful purple. I don't know if this exists in one of the other Dior Quints, but I have to say, this is a perfect gray purple, which is like one of my favorites. The Tutu palette has a shade like this, and I'm wondering if it's the same. I'll find out if I can, guys, what the shade numbers are in here. They don't always include them in the palettes, but I'll try to find out if, you know, it's a brand new shade or if it's an existing shade. It reminds me of the shade in Tutu, but anyway, I love this purple. It's a grayish purple. That's my favorite kind. You know, I've said a million times I don't really like pink. I do have pink things in my pink sweater, but I like a purpley pink, not a pink pink, if you know what I mean. Does that make any sense at all? All right, so we're gonna take the bright pink shade, which is the one with the bow on it. Kind of place that on the eyelid, but towards more like the outer half here. It's a pretty pink. It's not my favorite pink. The one I really like is in the Popeline, the new Quint from Dior. I really like that one, and I never thought I was going to. But this is a very pretty pink. It's not as opalescent and as shimmery as my favorite one, the one that's in the Popeline, which is in the middle. But it is nice. It's a nice subtle pink. And it blends very well with the purple shade. All right, so then we're gonna take the lightest shade. I've destroyed the embossing already, which is a shame because it's a really pretty embossing. And I'm gonna just kind of put this in the sort of first third of the eye into the crease as well, just to lighten it up. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think all over the eye that would be nice too. Let me just take a little bit with my finger. Oh, very pretty. Okay. Yeah, it's a really nice palette. This is really pretty. I like it more than I thought I was going to. I'm gonna take the purple shade and use it as eyeliner. I admit, I kind of thought I was just getting it for the packaging and the palette because I think it's adorable, but I like the shades in here. Makeup is actually good, which is nice. Look, I think the makeup should always be good. I don't think it should be just about packaging, but I admit, like I've said from the beginning, I love the packaging of this. This reminds me a little bit of the coffret that came out for the holiday, the gold one, which I also thought was just really cool. And I like that, I like the style of these. I mean, I know I'm not gonna really wear them as a purse, as a wristlet or anything, but I still like the way they look. Okay, let's try the lip. All right, this is a really pretty shade. There we go. It kind of has the feel of a balm. So this might be its new balm formula, the Floral Lip Care that came out. It has a sheerer look to it. Yeah, it feels really nice. And it looks, I mean, it looks great with the eyeshadow. They curated it well. All right, let me put on a little bit of mascara to finish out the look. All right, mascara is on. I have to tell you, I really, really like the way this came out. I think it just looks light and fresh and springy. I think part of it is because I don't have on any highlighter or any bronzer, which I think does make for a, in my opinion, lighter look on me, like a little bit more springy, a little bit more fresh. When I do more contouring or bronzing, you know, to me it looks like a more, not even finished, but you know what I mean? It looks like a little bit more. My words are not working today. I just think this looks like a fresher, younger, springier look. Just the pink on the cheeks, just the brighter pink on the lips. And I think it's a really beautiful combination on the eyes. I will admit a lot of it has to do with that purple. I think that purple's gorgeous. It kind of is the shade of my sweater. It's like a grayish purple, a lavender, has like undertone. Really, really pretty. The pink is beautiful. The light shade gives a nice lightness to the inner corner. You could also use it in the brow bone, and putting it on top a little bit just, you know, lightens it up just to me perfectly. The lip color is really pretty. I don't generally go for like a bright pink lip, but I actually think this looks really nice with the overall look. The foundation is wearing really well. As I said, this is the Forever Matte, Reformulated Matte Foundation. It's working really well on me. I really like it. It's, you know, more full coverage than I usually use, but every once in a while I want a full coverage matte foundation, and this one and the Chanel one are the only ones I like. So I am going to be doing, I mentioned it, you know, a foundation roundup where I'm going to talk about the foundations I've tried over the last couple weeks and why I like each one for different reasons, because they are very different foundations. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's really pretty. I think it's youthful, which, you know, that's never a bad thing. So yeah, I really like it. And I will just, you know, admit to you, I like the case. I really do. I just think it's cute. More than likely, I'm gonna have this sitting on a, you know, display somewhere. My studio is kind of half done. I've gotten some things where they need to be, enough to get up and filming, but there's a lot to do. So much to do up here, and I probably won't have time to really do a lot of it until like the summer. Maybe take a week off and work up here, but you know, I have to buy things for the walls, and I might change colors, paint, and yeah, a lot to do. But the idea eventually would be to have some areas where I can display things like this, and the one that came out for the holiday, just because I love the way they look. But I'm also going to absolutely use this because I just think these shades look really nice, and I think the makeup is good, which is always a nice plus when you're buying makeup, that it actually, you know, works the way you want it to. So yeah, I'm really impressed. I'll see if I can find out the actual shade names in addition to the blush and the lip, and if they exist. Hopefully I was able to find that out and put it down below during the editing process. If I wasn't able to, and you guys know what the names are, and I hadn't included it up to this point, please let me know in the comments below, or any comments that you want to make. I would love to hear from all of you about what you think. I think as I'm recording this, it is currently out of stock. I'm hoping it comes back. So if it's not in stock when this video goes up, I'll make sure I have the link to the site, because it is on the Dior site. It just says sold out at the moment. And if I see it back in stock, I'll certainly let everyone know. But yeah, I'm really, I really like it. So I'm very glad. I'm very happy with Dior lately. Actually, I've been happy with Dior since 2020. There are some things that come and go when they do some of their products that I question, but overall, I'm a fan. So yeah. So thanks so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.